I'm live. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. You guys hear me? Hello. Hello, hello. Hey, there's someone here. Not too bad, man. Brother. Okay. Welcome to the Daily Word. How are you guys doing? So today we're gonna go. We're gonna be studying about the book of Matthew again, chapter 10. If you have your Bible with you, you can join along with me if you want to. Oh, we have one more. That's good. That's good. Yay! Hello, Wendy. Wait. Let me share this to my Facebook and get some more people, get some more audience in if I can. Yeah. How's the audio? 你听到吗，Wendy？那个 audio 会好吗？ Is it nice? 会很 clear 吗？ I'm not really sure. If you guys cannot hear me, just let me know. I have to review this footage again to be sure. Okay, so anyways, let's go on. Book of Matthew, chapter 10. Jesus sends out the 12. Verse 1, Jesus called his 12 disciples to him and gave them authority to drive out impure and to heal every disease and sickness. Verse 2, these are the names of the 12 apostles. First, Simon, who is called Peter, and his brother Andrew. James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. Verse 3, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James, son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus. Verse 4, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Verse 5, these 12 Jesus sent out with the following instructions. Do not go among the Gentiles or enter any town of the Samaritans. Verse 6, go rather to the lost sheep of Israel. Verse 7, as you go, proclaim this message. The kingdom of heaven has come near. Verse 8, heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those who have leprosy, drive out demons, freely you have received, freely give. Verse 9, do not get any gold or silver or copper to take with you in your belts. Verse 10, no bag for the journey, or extra shirt or sandals or staff, for the worker is worth his keep. Verse 11, whatever town or village you enter, search there for some worthy person and stay at their house until you leave. Verse 12, as you enter the home, give it your greeting. Verse 13, if the home is deserving, let your peace rest on it. If it is not, let your peace return to you. Verse 14, if anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off your feet. Verse 15, truly I tell you, it will be more bearable for Sodom and Gomorrah on the day of judgment than for that town. Verse 16, I am sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. Verse 17, be on your guard. You will be handed over to the local councils and be flogged in the synagogues. On verse 18, on my account you will be brought before governors and kings as witnesses to them and to the Gentiles. Verse 19, but when they arrest you, do not worry about what to say or how to say it. At that time you will be given what to say. Verse 20, for it will not be your speaking, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. Verse 21, brother will betray brother to death, and the father his child. Children will rebel against their parents and have them put to death. You will be, verse 22, you will be hated by everyone because of me, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. Verse 23, when you are persecuted in one place, flee to another. Truly I tell you, you will not finish going through the towns of Israel before the Son of Man comes. Verse 24, the student is not above the teacher, nor a servant above his master. Verse 25, it is enough for students to be like their teachers and servants like their masters. If the head of the house has been called Beelzebul, how much more the members of his household? Verse 26, so do not be afraid of them, For there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. Verse 27, what I tell you in the dark, speak in the daylight. What's whispered in your ear, proclaim from the roofs. Verse 28, do not be afraid of those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Verse 29, are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet no one of them will fall to the ground outside your Father's care. Verse 30, and even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Verse 31, so don't be afraid, you are worth more than many sparrows. Verse 32, whoever acknowledges me before others, I will also acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But verse 33, but whoever disowns me before others, I will disown before my Father in heaven. Verse 34, do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Verse 35, for I have come to turn a man against his father, daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Verse 36, a man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Verse 37, anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Verse 38, whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Verse 39, whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Whoever finds their life will lose it. Oh, wow, okay. Verse 40, anyone who welcomes you welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. Verse 41, whoever welcomes a prophet as a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever welcomes a righteous person as a righteous person will receive a righteous reward. Whoever welcomes a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever welcomes a righteous person as a righteous person welcomes a righteous person as a righteous person will receive a righteous reward. Yeah, verse 42, and if anyone gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones who is my disciple, truly I tell you, that person will certainly not lose their reward. Amen. Okay, wow, this is quite an interesting chapter, very, very interesting chapter, especially the last few verses. Okay, so let's break it down. From the first part, Jesus called the 12 disciples to him and gave them authority to drive out impure spirits and to heal every disease and sickness. It's like so Jesus sends out if in business term it's called downlines like let's say you have a CEO, your upline, then you send your downlines to share the gospel, to tell people that the kingdom of heaven is here, it's near, it's here or near, it's here. Yeah. So these 12 Jesus sent out with the following instructions. So Jesus instructed the 12 disciples like what should they do, what should they not do, or what if anything happens, how should they react, a lot of sorts. So anyway, it makes me kind of think of like the travel bloggers, all of them. Like sometimes they go into like a remote country, they don't know the people, they don't know anyone, and then they actually ask people whether they can accept them to live in their houses and such. So it actually kind of feels like it's from the Bible. Yeah, kind of feel that way. And sometimes like travel vloggers, they're very nice. They share some value to the family as well. They help out the family. Yeah, so it's very nice. It's a very nice site lah. So I guess this is where it came from lah, from Jesus's instructions. Like when we are out and about sharing the gospel, sometimes we don't even know that we are aware that we are sharing the gospel. But when we have that in mind, and if you're like a traveler yeah, this is the instructions that for you to do. Or even though if you're not a traveler, when you are like, I guess we can say all of us are travelers, like when we are going out of our homes, you can consider yourself a traveler already when you're outside now. meeting with new people and stuff. Yeah. So these are the instructions that you should follow. Sending you out like goat sheep. I said, so verse 16 is quite interesting. I'm sending you out like sheep among wolves, therefore be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. So like it is telling us that when we are out sharing the gospel, definitely Jesus already says that everyone will hate us, but then the ones that persist, the ones that hold onto faith, are the ones. What's that? Are the ones where is it? But the Spirit of Father speaking to you. Let's finish going. But the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. Yeah, so we will be saved by Jesus if we stand firm, if we persist, if we have faith, hold on to faith. Like I think it's my last episode that I talk about this from the Bible. Yeah, so it's basically saying that like we have to keep our guards up like whenever we're out, because sometimes we just like yesterday I mentioned that we have to know the Bible well enough to actually share the gospel, to tell people about like Jesus. Same goes to this. Like sometimes we might get attacked, verbally attacked, and for me I think verbally attack is worse than physically. Because physically, if you can run, if you have enough people, then you're okay. If you're verbally, it stays with you forever in your heart. So sometimes we might get verbally attacked. So we have to be like what's it? Shrewd, shrewd. I don't know how you pronounce this. Shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. So we must have we must keep our guards up, be quite protective of who we are, so that we won't be broken down that easily, but still be innocent as doves. So like, while we still have a very kind heart, very good heart. Yeah. So have to find the balance there. So we cannot be soft all the way. Like we so soft, and then when someone question us or what, and then we're like, oh, we don't know how to respond. We're not firm enough. We're not, our foundation is not firm enough lah. Yeah. So this is what Jesus is telling us to do when we're sharing the gospel. Betray brother to death, so do not be afraid of death. So for there is nothing concealed that will be exposed, hidden that not be known. Yeah, so there's this passage, this verse where it's quite interesting now. Verse 34, do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. So this verse is quite like seriously, I don't really get it lah. I think I have to do some research about this. Verse 35, for I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her daughter, a mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So those few verses is like, this is my first time here reading this lah. It will definitely be hard to hear lah. So yeah, I have to do some research on it. But I would say in simple terms is Jesus is telling us that we should put. That's why I always hear this quote from a lot of Christians and a lot of my cell group members saying that we must always put God first as our top priority before anything else. So it's actually from here. Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. So it's not to say we cannot love our father or mother, but then they will be our second priority. This is what Jesus is telling us. Put Jesus as first, and then our parents as the second priority. It might be quite hard, I would say like it's quite hard for all of us to do that, definitely. But in time, slowly that we will when we build that habit, when we know what to do, you just feel it now. You'll be easier for you guys to do it. I believe that. Yeah. Because I never heard of this verse actually being said before lah. I guess because it's quite hard to hear, and for some people might not be able to accept it. So it might be worse. It might be worse for them when some of them have like little faith. They might not want to hear this kind of verses telling them that to don't tell them that if you love your parents more, then you're not worthy of Jesus. Yeah. But yeah, I think sometimes you have to think quite differently and think in a more rational way, like from the verses right here, because sometimes the verses are quite tricky for you to understand, and that's where we have to do our homework as Christians to properly understand what the verses are what the word of God is actually trying to say. And then at the back there, before we end this, the last verse 40, anyone who welcomes you welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes the people who sent me. Where is it? Verse 39. Whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Yeah, so that's wow. So it kind of relates to me lah. Sometimes I feel like I keep chasing this this vision of life like this expectation of life, like my own life, like in Chinese it's called 去追梦 or 去 what is it 去追梦 or like have a life English is called have a life, go and get a life lah. So this is what it's saying. Sometimes we all are too focused on like finding a life, working on our careers. We tend to forget about God. We tend to forget about everything to do with God lah. Like what does it mean to be a Christian? We tend to forget about that. So whoever does that loses it. We lose it. One finds their life, we lose it. So Jesus is telling us that if we focus on finding our lives, like let's say for example, I'm a filmmaker, I want to make it as a filmmaker. I focus too much on want to be a filmmaker, want to be a proper filmmaker, I will lose it. Whoever loses their life for Jesus will find it. So there's a chapter in the Purpose-Driven Life saying that we should surrender whatever that we're doing, surrender everything to God, and then let God. Like sometimes when we are too frustrated, we have to learn how to surrender. So this is what it reminds me of lah. Like whenever we feel like we are going nowhere in life, we are going chasing that dream, that maybe unrealistic dream, or like that perfect life that we've been dreaming for. Try to remember what's to put down sometimes, and then focus on God. Focus, and then it's like how to say in some cases, like for the Purpose-Driven Life actually says this sometimes for people, like do you have those moments where you're looking for something? Let's say I'm looking for my phone, but I forget where my phone is. I cannot never find it. But when I stop looking, I can actually find my phone. It's like the same case. Like if you're broke, if you don't have enough money, you keep on looking for money, keep on finding different ways of earning money. But then you cannot get any money. But then the moment when you stop looking for money, that's when you get more money. Does it make sense? Like sometimes life is just so funny. Like it's never it's so hard to it's very rarely that some things goes your way when you are actually pursuing for it. Yeah, so I have my fair share of experiences, so that's why for me it's like just drop everything first, just lose it, like stop for a while, and then pray to God, do acts of worship over that. Just it makes me think about a lot lah, about my life. Do I have a relationship with God? Like am I looking into life too seriously than the life with Jesus? Yeah. So those are the questions that I would want to ask you guys. So you guys should definitely ask yourself again and again. Yeah, so like are you taking your life too seriously? Is there any place in your life that's open for open to receive the word of God, open to receive Jesus? Yeah. So these are the questions that you should definitely ask yourself, and then yeah, and then whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. So definitely think about it. Mm-hmm. All right. So I think that's about it for this chapter. I'll say quite a deep chapter for me. How Jesus wants us to share the gospel as like um the child of God, as like disciples. Yeah. So interesting chapter today. Thank you, the two of you, for watching. Wendy and I don't know who is the other one. If you want, you can introduce yourself. Yeah, I just want to know who are my viewers so far. Like, wow, not too bad. At least got two person here. Okay, so let me know about the audio. Audio, is it okay? Or like the picture quality? It's kind of like laggy now. Yeah, but it's alright. We work along the way. I'm using an old laptop right now. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So I guess that's it for the daily word. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm quite excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Passover day, huh? The Passover dinner, huh? Yeah, not that sure. Our church did mention something about that, but then yeah, yeah, we see what's going to happen tomorrow. All right, so bye, Wendy. See you. Yes. Oh, the Passover. Okay. Choose.